Thank you very much, all of you, for being present. Just wanted to give a word in first place to Coach 𝗟𝗚𝗏𝗡 from ASFAR, considering that he made a surgery during the week. So I hope he recovers as quick as possible. Regarding the match, well, obviously a tremendous match, a match that everybody wants to play. We work for decisive moments to arrive in the decision moments, and this is a decision moment. So we worked very well during the week, something that we haven't been able to do for some time because of a tight game schedule. So it was important that we had some 3 days, 4 days work. And we tried to prepare ourselves in the best way, recover the players we needed to recover, get the best condition possible to face the game in terms of physical condition and tactical approach and strategical approach in the game. So the things are on the table. It's now time to the last details, let's say, and come on the game with all the energy so that we can get the result that makes us go through the group stage. That is our objective, of course.
From the player side, we're very excited, and we know the type of game, what it means for us to take the team to the next round. And everyone is ready. The whole week, everyone has been working hard, and we are ready for the hard work that we are about to display tomorrow.
Obviously, we are aware of the importance of the game, but we are pretty excited because, as is obvious, since we arrived in the club, we want to make the things as good as possible, and it was our objective, obviously, to invert a little bit the moment of the team and arrive on the decisive moments of the competition, of the group stage, and be able to take the team through. And us as technical team, obviously, that we are more than ready. We have a long past behind us in terms of experience of European competitions, Champions League matches, Europa League matches, African Champions League matches, as you know, from our experience last year until the final of this competition. So what we think is that it's important that we pass also to a group that has also big experienced players, that we together understand the moment, how to approach a game like this, do it in the right way, fulfill the objectives, because this game will be different from the beginning till the end, obviously, and manage it in the right way so that we can achieve a result. It's very important that we are aware of that. Is important to achieve a result, of course. I think both teams have a very clear identity, let's say, in the way they play, in the way they approach the games. And I think that's what we're going to see in the pitch. Two teams that have a way to settle in terms of how they approach the games, tactically, strategically. Obviously that ASFAR has less to lose. They are through. Anyway, they play for sure for the first position in the group. And we will play also for what we can get out of the game. And it's important that we know that the game eventually will have different moments, and we need to deal with the different moments. Obviously that we know that a draw in the end makes us go through to the next round, let's say. But in the beginning, there's still 90 minutes to play, so no one can play a match thinking about a result, because usually who plays to draw usually in the end loses. So we have our mindset, we have our idea, our objectives, and we need also to be loyal to our fans, to our club, to our logo, so to our history, and we need to be loyal to ourselves. We'll make our best, but we'll manage the game, obviously, if we need to, in order to get a result that we need to go through. For me as a coach, it's clear that we depend on the players. Our job is just to give tools, try to give tools so that the players can perform in the best way, they can face the different moments that competitions will bring, so that we arrive, obviously, in these decisive moments, aimed with the stuff that we need to face the difficulties that will appear, and to make the games as easy as we can. But naturally, the players that have more experienced, more quality, that have a better way to emotionally face the games, usually in the right moments they appear. We just need to create the right mindset, the right emotion, so that comes as a flow, as a natural thing. What I felt in the last week was that the team committed with a big spirit, with a champion spirit, let's say, with a spirit that was needed to face the adversities of that game. Because the game was even harder than it was supposed to be. Because I think it would be naturally that we would have done the first goal, but we didn't. We suffered. So we had to overcome that difficulty extra, as the pitch, they're very dry, very slow, an opponent very strong in terms of their physicality that they put it on the game. We overcame the difficulties. Now it's another page, same book, but we need to write also a story on it, and of course we need everybody. Also, I also believed in the spirit, in the irreverence that eventually also young players have to give to the team. So we trust on everything. Most important is that we know what to do as a team. In the right moments, players will appear. Today, last game was Peter. We had Ikram before doing decisive goals. Lucas sometimes makes decisive goals, and many other players can do it any moment. We trust everybody. The importance is how, as a team, we face each moment and how we focus on what we want until the end of the match. Because these matches, they are played until the last minute, for sure. The players know when Musa is here, he'll not let me speak something that he doesn't hear. Even today we spoke about that. Big teams are not teams that are disbalanced. Big teams are teams that grow from understanding the different moments that the game brings. Big teams are the ones that defend good to attack better, attack good to defend better. So teams are balanced, know that any moment when we are in Champions League level, also the opponents can harm you any moment. So you need to understand what's happening every moment. And when we deal with all these factors, the team becomes more robust, more capable, doesn't stress when they don't have the ball, then doesn't also stress when they have the ball, because some teams, they stress when they have the ball, because they are not used to manage it. And that's not what happens here. But also it's important that when you need to play with very strong teams and to win a Champions League, you need to play with very strong teams. So there are moments you will not have the ball, you also need to have a wonderful defensive organization. That's how you win matches in the level of, if you want to go through to the last stages of big competitions. And that's that mentality that we are trying to create in the team, that when you don't have the ball, you don't stress. You are defending, but you are looking the goal. When you have the ball, you manage it to create the spaces or use the spaces or disbalance the opponent so that you have the spaces you need to attack. And if that is beautiful or no, I don't know. But one thing I know, it's capable to take teams to the end of the biggest competitions. And that's the Sundowns we want to grow all together, based on this identity that the club has, respecting that because I love it so much. But from there, build a strong team. That's what you need to have tomorrow to go through already this big opponent.
It's our first game of the year at home in front of our fans. And we know when the yellow fans are there pumping the drum, we know that nothing goes wrong. So we hope in the coming numbers, and we make sure that we don't disappoint them.
The confidence of a team obviously comes out from results. It's obvious. It sustains the work of a coach. It sustains the work of the players. It makes everybody believe more and more in what you do. I think that from the first day I arrived here, I felt that energy, that we were speaking the same language, let's say. We were working the same way. What we proposed was something that people received, the players received in the right way. So our communion of objectives became more clear and more easy. So I think we are working with the right ambience so that we can continue to make good things. Obviously, we need to fight. We'll have to go through difficulties, and we have to be more and more strong every day. As far as we keep that mentality, as far as we are capable to understand that together we are much more stronger, as far as no one becomes more important than the team itself, as far as we understand that only in the high level of competition, individually, as most as you give from yourself, the best the team will become. The individuals will be on the service of the team will become better. So that's what I want. And as I always tell players ahead, we provide them tools in the end, as robust as our team will be mentally, physically, and tactically, as more as we'll be ready for the level of competitions we have ahead. Because, as you know, schedule in January, February, and March will be terrible. Let's hope we can make it even terrible more in the front. It means that we are going through in all competitions. And for that, we need everybody, a strong group, everybody on the level. So we need to worry not only about the players that are playing, but mostly about the ones that are not playing, because they are decisive. They are the ones that replace anything that happens. And there are no first 11 players in this group. As you saw from the previous game, we have no problems to change players. We believe in everybody. And we've seen players giving answers when we put them over on the competition. So we trust everybody, and that's the spirit we want to continue to have in the team. If you have fear in football, if you have fear in life, it's normal you accept fear. Everybody, when you face challenges, is natural that you have fear. But as much as you deal with the fear, the best you'll be prepared for it. Fear is not wrong, because fear makes you aware. Fear makes you more conscious about what you have to do. But I always tell your players, if you knew you could not lose tomorrow, what would you do? That's how you have to play, I think. If you knew what you would do, if you were sure you could not lose, how you would play. So just go there and play, because that's the way you have to do it. Very, very interesting, very difficult to work, because there's not many opportunities to train, basically, and the tools that we provide the players come mostly from training sessions. What's important is that we have very clever players also. The level of the players is very high. It allows us also through audiovisual strategies, by the meetings we do, by the analysis we do on the work we do, to also provide them information and get feedbacks in terms of how do we perform in the games according to that. Also, anyway, it's important to understand sometimes you cannot play as beautiful as you would like to, because I don't really know what is this beautiful in football, you know, because in the end, beautiful is when you win. And let me tell you, in PSL, mostly when you play away, it's very difficult to play how you would like to play, because most of the teams play very direct football, very aggressive football in terms of how the ball falls on our back, how we need to deal. We cannot counter-press basically most of the times because the ball is already being played long. The beautiful is how you adapt to the conditions and how you succeed under different conditions. And when you play competitions in Africa, the continent is so huge, so big, that the conditions you're going to face are so different from one place to the other. So the team that is more capable to adapt to the different realities you're going to face, the team is going to be as strong as possible. So, and that one will be the strongest team. That's also what we are trying to get. So that's why I speak about mentality. That's why I speak about focus. That's why I speak about the right emotions to face the different moments that we're going to go through. And if we do it in the right way, eventually we are more close to overcome that difficulties. And we don't think on our lives on our daily basis. We don't think about what's going to happen in March, in June. We don't even care. We just focus on the next one. Our mentality is next game. Really, believe me. I know that there's a championship match after this one against Magesi. I know that we have Nedbank first match and the following week in the middle of the week. But believe me, I haven't even worried about it, because we don't know what will happen tomorrow, after tomorrow, that conditions what happens after. So even regarding the players, who will play next game, who at all, what we focus is our total energy on the next game, because that will give us the energy for the next one. And then we'll deal with the contexts. So, because sometimes you lose the players, but then another ones recover more quickly than you expected. So, it's a daily basis management of men and people, and that's a wonderful job of a coach, you know. So things happen very quickly in football, and we need to deal with regularly with what happens day by day.